Hello, my name is Hunter. I'm speaking out about a white supremacist cult that has been targeting me in my life for years. These people follow me job to job, and I know I keep saying this in my videos, but on July 12th, 2025, I was pretty much surrounded at work by three individuals who are part of this cult. And pretty much they tried to intimidate me by telling me that the older I get, the more people start to know you, pretty much telling me who they are and, that no matter where I go, these people will always be there. And so this all started with a law enforcement officer that I had been friends with for years. I found out he was a pretty abusive person toward women and people of color, and pretty much a few years ago, maybe even 4 years ago now, I found out that the jobs that I was working at, the owners and the managers were also a part of this cult. And I always found it weird how there would be times when people would just straight up betray me for no reason after, we got along just fine and everything. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, people would come into work and just stop talking to me and pretty much start, kind of targeting me. And so I found out, and it's almost like I had angels at these jobs because there was people that pretty much like kind of told me who they were. And then when the owners and the managers found out that I knew who they were, they started attacking me even harder. And then pretty much like ignoring me to the point where, they would just completely exclude me, and then pretty much they would create problems and then blame me for something that I didn't do or say. And I started to catch on and everything. And at this last HVAC job that I was at, one of the managers involved in abusing me, he was at the job that I'm at now delivering pizzas on the very first day. And he was looking over at me pretty much, and he was looking over at me like he knew I was there. And then all of a sudden, the people at this pizza place started, acting strange toward me, and eventually I found out who they were and that they were part of the this community that this cult lives in. And they found out that I found out, and they, started acting very strange around me. And one by one they left. The managers, for some reason, out of nowhere, they just all of a sudden up and left. And apparently, like, the new district manager like called the police on them for trust, or the store manager that we had, for trespassing. And to me, I think it's just a cover up because I feel like they're gonna get exposed because a lot of people are going through this in my community, and there's only so long that you can hide doing your injustice or misdeeds or whatever you want to call it. And I never wanted to expose anybody, but what these people have put me through is just downright disgusting. They're trying to make me feel like there's something wrong with me, and they pretty much force me to work like abnormal hours and then pick at me and pretty much either mess up my orders on purpose or just straight up attack me and then blame me for what they're doing to me. And they can kind of tell that I've caught on to their little games that they're playing. So I started, taking a step back at work and taking breaks here and there, and, pretty much getting to leave early and everything because, I, I, I'm a human. Like, I'm not going to be either scapegoated out or treated like anything else but. And pretty much, like, they're trying to make me feel like it's just all in my head. And the thing about it is if you look at the cameras, like I'm the only one that's pretty much communicating with everybody. And then everybody just kind of isolates me and pretty much ignores me. And then even sometimes when I try to help people, they'll kind of push me away or make me feel like they don't need help. And then they tell everybody that I'm doing that. And that's what I mean by abuse and everything. And the thing about it is before I started wearing a body camera to work, at my last jobs and everything, when I wasn't wearing a body camera, these people would come up to me and try to literally corrupt me. Trying to, like, plant seeds in my head, like disgusting seeds, like abusive seeds. Like they were trying to influence me. And then when I, just kind of shrugged it off and ignored the disgusting things they were telling me, they started like gang stalking me. And then trying to make me feel like, I wasn't a part of the team. And then pretty much telling everybody that I don't want anybody's help. Which is not true. I love teamwork. I'm very team oriented. When I used to manage, I've watched people do this to other people. And I always went up to those people and always included them when others weren't. And now I know why they were doing that to some people. Because what they've done to me is they would try to come up to me and talk about disgusting things with me that I didn't either feel comfortable talking about or didn't want to talk about. And then I wouldn't react the way that they would want me to. And then they pretty much started going around passing false rumors around about me and pretty much trying to make me feel worthless. And I've done nothing but come in and be kind to these people, friendly, helpful. If somebody needed a day off, I was there taking their shifts. And I would, like at my job now, like share tips with the other employees and stuff. And I guess if I'm not consistent, they get mad and greedy about it and then just completely shrug me off. And the thing about it is, it's like this is very organized. It's sickening how organized it is. Because, every once in a while I'll get a high five or a fist bump. And after they abuse me, they'll pretty much like say nice things in front of my face out loud so everybody sees it. But they don't see what is actually going on whenever I'm there alone with people. And the thing about it is like, if you look at the cameras, I'm always pretty much whistling with joy and, sometimes dancing a little bit. And if you see how I interact with the customers, I'm always very, joyful around the customers and everything. And it's like these people see that and they don't like it. I mean, I've never thought that people could be untrained, but that's how I feel that these people are trying to do. They're pretty much trying to influence me to do wrong things. And then when I don't do it, they get irritated. So I just, I make these videos because I kind of feel like my life is threatened. Like, these people have literally threatened my life. They've threatened my family's life. They've told me not to talk, not to say anything. And these people threatened to burn down my house. Like, I mean, this law enforcement officer literally got a local gang to try to take me out. And yet here I stand. And they don't like that. They don't like that because the thing about it is they send all these people to target me. And I just wonder how much money is involved, honestly. Or are they just blackmailing all these people? Because that's what they're trying to do with me right now. They're trying to get blackmail on me. And if I don't do anything wrong, they just make me feel like, oh, you just think you're so perfect, don't you? No. I just, I strive to be my best and I strive to have good morals and to love people and to treat people with respect and equality. And it's like that's a crime nowadays. For some reason, they don't want me uplifting people or inspiring people. And a lot of these jobs right now, they're pretty much trying to entrap employees because they know that people can't survive off of what they're getting paid right now. So right now they're just trying to get blackmail and trauma bond employees into staying and working for some of their companies. And if you even give any kind of signs about moving on or on to better horizons, they treat you like dirt. They make you want to leave even worse. And then pretty much try to blackmail you into staying. It's trauma bonding. Because nobody wants to work for abusive people. And these people know they're abusive. It's truly disgusting. And so what they do is they pretty much show you or tell you who they are and what they're a part of. And then if they don't get the reaction that they want out of you, they pretty much gaslight the hell out of you, make you feel like something's wrong with you, and exclude you, ignore you, and pretty much get everybody to turn against you by passing either false rumors around or twisting your words to make you sound like somebody that you're not. And then they work you all these hours and then start picking at you to frustrate you and control your emotions. And try to make you feel like something's wrong with you. And the only reason why they are doing that is because you don't react the way that they want you to. Like, all I do is, I come to work, I do a good job, and I go home. And they try to make me feel bad about that. Because then they can't, manipulate your energy. They can't, irritate you and control your emotions. So they try to make you feel bad. Like you're worth nothing. Like, okay, you don't want to talk? Like, I'm going to make sure nobody talks to you. Okay. And then when you have that kind of attitude, like, okay, they, it irritates them even more. Because they know what they're doing is wrong. It's almost like they don't want karma. Because these people want you defending yourself. They want you begging to have somebody talk to you. That way they can find out your vulnerabilities and use it against you. That's what a lot of these companies are doing to people. And that's why a lot of like Gen Z, they're either quiet quitting or not really, putting in very much effort, is because they see. People are starting to see, like, no matter how hard they work, they're going to go to a job and work for practically nothing. Live paycheck to paycheck. They're still going to have to work 3 other jobs just to survive. And it's like these companies are trying to punish people for wanting to be treated like a human being. Like, some people, like, just want to be respected at work. Like, we all want to get paid, enough to live. But a lot of people just want to be at least respected. They don't want to come somewhere and be drained, both physically and emotionally. And the thing about it is these companies will literally disrespect you and then pretty much make you, or pretty much want you to apologize for them disrespecting you. It's like some kind of form of punishment. And it all has to do with this cult. It's much bigger than we all realize. And the thing about it is people already know. It's not like this is a secret. They want it to be a secret. But it's not like this is a secret. Like, a lot of people already know this. A lot of people are already being labeled. It's just the thing about it is not enough people are listening to the ones that are struggling. Like, I hear all the time about companies saying Gen Z is hard to work with or hard to deal with. And the thing about it is have you tried talking to them? Have you tried communicating with them? No, they haven't, because they don't want to communicate. They just want people to obey them. Communication is key. And it's like people have almost either forgotten how to communicate or just completely don't care and just want drama and cause, like, people to be hurt. And people don't care as long as they get, their fair share. And it's like, I see this saying all the time where people will need no evidence to believe a lie, but they'll need endless evidence to see the truth. And it's like the truth nowadays, it either hurts or it's just being completely ignored. And people are so distracted that, they just believe the lies over and over and over and over again. Yet we all want to be respected. We all want to be able to live comfortably. but nobody wants to lend a helping hand. Nobody wants to go up to that person that's literally being excluded, bullied, or abused and hold out their hand to help them. Because people are afraid to be left out. And that's, to me, that's sad. So you'd rather let somebody suffer in silence than to reach out a helping hand and pull somebody out of either depression or them not being included. You'd rather just let them suffer instead of, you know, so you choose for them to suffer so you won't get left out. I don't do that. I always hold my hand out for people that are excluded, who are suffering. I always try to help out in any way that I can. And that's how we all should be. Thank you.